What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We're continuing more or less where we left off in the last one. So what we're going to do today is we're going to head up here and we're going to go talk to Ranvi. Also I'm grabbing food and meds along the way, which is always a good thing. But let's talk to Ranvi and see what's going down. I think we're going to move on to our next area as well today. How's it going, Ranvi?
My love.
Ranvi, our work is done in Oxenfordshire, but the cost has been high.
I feared as much when this letter arrived, from one called Fulke, addressed to you.
From Fulke? Gods, that witch.
It is there on the table.
Okay, upon your ever, I would only else you mind to let you know that Sigurd is in good hands and fine company. I will treat him with all the care he deserves. Sorry. The order to which I belong has used such a man. Good man. The instrument.
Fulke's with the Order of the Ancients.
Oh.
The same order Kjotve followed. The order that Basim and Hytham have pledged to destroy.
Eivor, what has happened?
Sigurd has been taken hostage, captured by King Alfred and given to a woman named Fulke. A very dangerous woman.
What does she want with him?
I will spare you Fulke's ramblings, but know this. Sigurd did his part to secure an alliance with a thane called Gidrich. Gidrich is an honest man, and will come when I call. Until that time, Basim will locate Fulke. Look for his message when it comes.
Alrighty, so Fulke is a member of the Ancients. Anyway, there we go. We've got another 100 raw materials. Quickly before we continue, I want to go upgrade the Seer's Hut. Other than that, we should be good. But let's go to the order here quickly. Oh wow, okay, so Fulke is right here then. Right above the main guy. But more than likely what will happen is we will probably have to take out probably all these guys before we can get to this guy. We'll probably uncover him eventually. And plus we don't have an outline of him either, which is a little bit of annoying, but like we've got this guy, we've got 2 of 6 clues found for this guy. I guess we need to just find more people here, fulfill that one. And we only have 1 guy on the table which we can take out right now if we want to. But yeah, it looks like she's a member of the Ancients, eh? But sort of saw that one coming a little bit. Well, after the end of last episode I saw that coming. Right, anyway. Oh, here's our fox!
Dandy, I'm happy to see you.
Oh. If you guys don't remember, a few episodes ago we rescued that fox and he came back to our settlement. Now he's running around being all cute. Anyway, we're going to upgrade the Seer's Hut. This is one of the main things we sort of need. I'm not exactly sure. I know we can have more visions and stuff like that going into a little bit further into the game. But anyway, it's good to upgrade it. We have more than enough. But I think this is all we're going to build this episode. There we go. The Seer's Hut. Ooh.
This will do. Thank you, Eivor. Anything to help you feel at home. I am most at home helping others. May we return to the subject of your visions? We could, if you think it worth something. I need one more ingredient to finish an elixir for you. Look around the pond there. You will find what I require. Once brewed, This elixir will help you dive deeper into your visions, to see them more clearly.
Alrighty, so I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to come back to this one, so I probably will replay that little quest where we upgrade it again in a few episodes' time. But other than that, we will be coming back. We're going to go talk to Ranvi, we're going to go take on the next area and get the next sort of thing going. We're going to come back here and do some homekeeping eventually. Probably after a raid episode. We need another raid episode sometime soon. But let's go talk to Ranvi and we'll start up our next quest line, and we'll probably head there this episode actually. You know what, we'll give her a kiss. I wish we'd give her a hug as well, but let's give her a kiss.
Come to me.
Alrighty. So, there we go. Right, now I want to see the Alliance map.
I want to see the Alliance map.
Let's stab our thing in the next one. So, it looks like the next one's going to be London, or London. London, I think is how you pronounce it in Old English, I guess. This is going to give us a settlement upgrade by the looks of it as well. Power level of 90. What's this one? 130 is this one. So, more than likely, I think what we're going to probably do is head down south, do the south ones, and then probably start heading back up north sometime soon. But anyway, let's head up London. We'll head there now. I don't think London was actually the capital back then. I'm pretty sure it was actually York. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure York was the capital at one point, I think. Don't quote me on it, I can't actually really remember, but I do believe it was. Anyway, let's hit up this one. Let's put a knife in it.
Hytham asked that I travel to London. What do you know of it?
A wild city, one that Halfdan Ragnarsson tried to claim for himself years ago. But it resists all attempts to be held.
Hytham claims the city is overrun by a strange cult, the Order of the Ancients. He asks that I track them down and kill them. Doing so may help the honest people there, and earn us an ally in the process.
In a city so chaotic, it is worth a try. Approach by the North Gate and start asking around.
Alright, we're going to London. There's that knife. Hell yeah.
I will.
Good. I await your return.
Alrighty, I guess we're heading there now. What's this here? Got a letter to read. I wish to thank you, Eivor, and the rest of the settlement for the great kindness you have shown me and the things you have taught me. I may have felt at times the day I spent with you all of you would thought I would go to work. I'll forward to that. Take care until we meet again. Chill bed. Oh, that's the kid who he wasn't here for a while and he left. Can't remember where he went. He might have actually went to where the next area is, that level 130 area. There goes the wolf again. Anyway, let's pull up the map and figure out where we're going. We're going further south. We're going down here. It's a fast travel point too. Let's see, where's the nearest point? I guess it looks like this is the nearest point. Then we can just head down here. It looks like we need to like do a few more missions down here. Wow, there's 300. Okay, yeah. So if you actually just look at the areas, you can tell where we're probably going next. So like 160 probably down here. I think like over here is 162, 130. So it might be over here we're going to next. I just hope that we can get 60, well, a good, what, 30 levels out of London, I guess. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast travel here, we'll grab a horse and we'll head straight down to London. I think we'll grab this fast travel point though before we continue with the main story. But anyway, I will see you guys when we get to our fast travel point. Alrighty, we are here. I think, I'm pretty sure we actually fast traveled here not too long ago. There's also loads of loot around here we need to deal with and stuff like that, but just don't have the time really right now to do it. Unfortunately. Right, anyway, to London we go. It's been a long time since I've been to London. In real life. I think the last time I was there was about 2 years ago now. Well, not quite 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years end of this year, I think. So it's been well over a year since I was last been there. I think I've said this before in videos, but I'm not a city person. I don't think I ever will be. Like I could never live in like a city like London. I'm a very small village in the middle of nowhere type of person. Like nice where it's quiet, everybody knows each other. Just more like where I live. Well, to be fair, like where I live, it's not everybody knows each other, but it's pretty goddamn close. It's a nice place to live, take it that way. I enjoy living where I live. It's quiet. I like the quiet. But yeah, anyway, this is a Tuesday episode, so I hope everybody's had a good start to the week. I hope everybody is having a good time, doing things you enjoy doing, or studying for school, or whatever else you're doing. I don't know. I'm just working a lot. I am recording these over a week ahead of time, because I'm going to be busy over the next couple of weeks potentially, so I'm not going to have much time to actually sit down and record. But this is exactly like London, or how London actually is in real life. It's damn foggy on the morning. Like pollution. Well, these days it's usually pollution. Smog. But I know that a lot recently over the last year or so with London, the emissions and stuff like that within London's actually gone down because nobody's travelling. Nobody's driving cars everywhere. Like another thing I can't live in London for is the traffic. I could never drive in London personally. It's way too busy. Oh, we've got a Coliseum here. But yeah, like the pedestrian traffic and everything else. Yeah, I couldn't. Like even just being in London for a few days drove me nuts. By the time I always come home from London, I'm just like, yeah, I came home at the right time. That was a perfect stay. Not too long. But I had a little streak going as well. I went to London every year for a few years, actually. Which that ended abruptly because of the thing what's going on at the moment still around the world. I just don't like to say its name. I'm sick of it, personally. Anyway, let's head up this synchronization point and let's enjoy the foggy views of London. This is what it looks like most of the time. Let's have a look. Not that bad. I guess in the Industrial Revolution it probably actually looked a lot worse. Anyway, there's 2 more skill points. Anyway, I think we're not too far away from our objective actually. Right, let's head there now. Let's see what else we can do. At least now we've got a fast travel point just in case we want to fast travel back here. We will be heading up to our settlement again and in a relatively close episode to go do some village keeping, I guess. Checking it out, doing a few side quests. Side quests sometimes in Assassin's Creed are actually quite good. It gives you more insight to the into the story, especially with the last couple of games. Anyway, looks like we're here. Let's see what shenanigans we're going to get up to in this one.
Gate of London.
I beg patience, all. We'll have this rat cleaned up in no time. Keep it steady, huh?
There you are, love. Hey, bear up, Master Ame. You'll be on your way shortly, huh?
Something of a shepherd, aren't you?
It can feel that way, aye. Can I help you with something?
Who governs this burr? I would like to speak with him, if I can.
Ah, the Governor Trigger. Good and fair Dane come to London 4 year back.
Trigger?
Aye, most hours of the day you can find him at the old villa, dealing with all manner of knavery.
Stow! Avgos wants his cut of the summer harvest. Shit, Carl. Huh? What's the holdup?
We're talking.
Gentlemen, the farmers of Mercia have paid their burden already. If Avgos wants more, he can petition for it.
Petition for it? Well, you can tell that old mud merchant that if he wants his apple, he can bob for it.
Belongs to Master Ame, sir.
Bob for it!
That is filthy.
Bob for it!
I guess we're bobbing for it. The old-fashioned way, though. Sounds like the radio is a little bit out of sync there.
Take it!
Is this kind of noise common to London?
Now, we've a quiet day once in a great while. And try not to kill anyone, eh? I'll wear your face as a skull capstone. Watch your head there!
Eyes on your own folk!
Got him.
God in heaven, you fight like the devil's stolen your bread.
You give some hard knocks yourself.
Road, be a good lad and prick the names of those that pay their food tax, will you? Right then. You've some dealings with Governor Trigger, was that it?
I'll have dealings with any who can deliver a fair friendship with my Raven clan. If that's you, then all the better.
Ah, no. Trigger's your fellow. I'm the Shire Reeve of London's westerly half. I keep things ordered and fair.
Shire Reeve is not a name that rides easy on the tongue.
Reeve's my title, sorry. Stow's my name. Stow of London.
Okay, we can give him a bit of flirt, or we can. Good to meet you. Take me to your leader. Good to meet you. I think we'll go with that one.
It's good to meet you, Reeve Stow. London sits on sturdy shoulders.
To be fair, I'm not the only Reeve. There are two of us now, and the governor to boot. We do our best in these times, wild as they are.
Take me to your governor, Stow. He sounds like a man worth knowing.
Right then. Station filled, flock shepherded, and off to Trigger we go.
Alrighty.
What
Off
can
to
I call
Trigger
you?
we go, I guess.
Humbler of thugs? Dane Hammer?
I am Eivor, of the Raven clan. We have a settlement to the north, just off the River Neen.
Well, I owe you a great debt, Eivor. You're a worthy ally.
Thank you.
So this is London. A city built by giants.
So they say. She's an old place, as early as they come. But there's a mystery here I quite adore. I was raised here, in fact. Learned the scriptures of Christ's apostles in Lundenwich. I was Saxon Borough, just past the western walls.
You're not a priest, are you?
No. No, I was raised by them. And for a penniless bastard, I turned out pretty well.
A penniless bastard, and now London's fearless reeve.
Well, it's Trigger who saw something in me. He judges not the circumstance of my birth. His two hands, left and right, are me and a Dane-born soldier, Erke. Erke's an orphan of the last Viking horde put down in London for a season. 2 or 3 years back now, it must have been. It's through Trigger I met Erke, and now we Reeves walk the city like parents looking after our children. A native son and an imported Dane. See, London's a city built of many pieces. Wait. Something's wrong.
Iron on the ear. This blood is fresh.
These were good men. What's happened here?
Holy shit, this was an absolute slaughter.
God, no. No, no, no.
It took 3 arrows to kill him. The next 12 were an insult.
O Lord, deliver these men with the light of thy countenance visiteth and shines upon them.
You've no need for outsiders, though. It's a private matter.
There's no cause to be leery. Eivor had my back in a brawl at Cripplegate. More thugs from the garrison.
You must be a real broker to hold your own against those shithugs. It's time to fetter those men, though. It can't go on like this.
Is that thingy's body? Were the killers after you? Yeah, I'd say were the killers after you.
It's a serious attack. Were they after you as well?
Now that's a fine question, isn't it?
You must be Erke, London's second reeve.
Erke Botel's son, yes I am. Are you telling me this gut bucket called me second reeve?
First in the Eastborough, and a man I trust with my life.
Stowe's never been a good judge of character.
Erke, this is Eivor. She came to meet with Trigger, to seal the bonds of friendship with the clan.
He would have welcomed you heartily. He was a trusting man, and I got him here.
Have you found anything?
I just arrived. The killers left a ladder on the body there.
I'll have a look around.
Trigger had men with him at all times. How could the killers get through?
They must have been known to him. Well enough to get close without suspicion.
Good and holy Christ, that could be most anyone. He governed this burg. Oh dear.
Righty.
What is it?
Dirty notes from a mistress. Sorry. Mistresses. In Trigger's desk.
Ah, yes. The old man had a wandering hand. And I.
I didn't know. I didn't.
This letter. Someone wanted us to see it. From Rome went an order of heretics who worshipped the relics of a time before Christ.
Erke, this was the letter he told us about. Said it contained fearful news about London.
It warns of 3 such heathens who have infiltrated London. His killers, I expect.
Didn't know. I didn't think.
He didn't want you to. It was his secret to keep.
Okay, looks like there was stuff here.
So we paint the city's faded bricks.
3 sets of footprints leave. 2 average, and 1 massive.
Alrighty, so there we go. We've got 3 people were probably the killers. So we've got some over here. We're gonna have to break the boxes to examine this.
A barber surgeon's tools. Sharp and precise for easy butchery. Must have been what was used to free Trigger's head from his neck.
Whew. Okay, looks like we've got some up here. We'll loot as we go. What we got here? We got a thing here. I don't think this has got anything to do with anything. If you guys want to read that, you can go ahead and pause and read. We'll loot this stuff. Right, where's this? Where's the last one? Got that one, got that one, got that one. Above us, maybe? Ah, right up there. Okay. There's a guy hanging from the ceiling.
I do not envy this man's death. Hang on, there's something in his hand. This was not Trigger's seal.
No, it looks Roman in origin. Must have been on a ladder he opened.
It must have been significant to this god for him to grasp it, even in death.
Perhaps it's what got him killed.
I think I have a clear idea of what happened here. Trigger was shot where he sat, probably as he read the letter. One of his guards grabbed the seal and tried to escape. He didn't make it. A second killer found him first. He met his end at the noose, lifted by the bigger man. A third attacker took his eyes, then came for Trigger's head. Symbolic, maybe. Headless leader, eyeless guards. The killers were without fear. This kill was a message. Their footprints leave together. 3 sets heading back to the courtyard. The letter mentions 3 heretics, named only by monikers. The Leech, the Arrow, the Compass. Signed by someone calling himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Poor fellow soldier. Odd name.
3 names, 3 killers, as you said.
Baldersack. It could be anyone in London. Who can we trust?
Only the people in this room, I fear.
Even that would be unwise, until we know more.
The Arrow is described as a pugnacious Dane invader. That describes too many in London.
The Leech hails from Wessex. London is home to many of them as well.
And the Compass, a Frankish captain.
Less common, but no face comes to mind.
What is this symbol here?
I recognize that from the Mithraic temple. I passed it on the way here.
What is it? How far is it? Let's ask, what is it?
Mithraic temple. Is that a church?
A church? Heavens, no. Mithras was a pagan idea. A so-called god beloved by the ancient soldiers that built this city. Our city is overrun with cowards. We may be next to fall if we don't resolve this sick fermentation of hate.
I've told you, this city answers to blood and power. We should serve as such.
I can't leave him like this. I need to.
We'll get the church to see to it, Stone.
No. No, it should be me. I must ready him for judgment.
I understand. Only get some air from time to time. It reeks in here. Shall we, Broga?
Alrighty, so we need to go find the entrance to the temple.
The gods have been murdered!
Stefan Trigger!
Well, now the locals have caught a whiff of this fatted mess.
The temple is yours to explore, Eivor. It's to the east of here. I must wear my reeve's face for a time.
Keep away! Keep away!
Alright, he's gonna go take care of the people, because obviously the guy has fallen. And
Should the
yeah.
Reeves change their minds, I will have to gut them and put a puppet atop London's throne. But Stowe seems a good man. I will trust his word.
They both seem like good men, to be fair. Alright, looks like this is going to be the temple right in front of us. Looks like the entrance is down there. Alrighty, let's go up top.
The Temple of Mithras, well guarded for a tangle of old ruins. I need to find the entrance.
Not sure I can see the entrance.
Hold there, you!
Yep, there we go. Oh, there we go. There's the entrance right here. Okay, so there's 2 people right there. There's a guy right here. So probably going to need to take out these 2 plus that guy. It's not going to be on. Can't take out that guy. Can take out that guy though. First things first, let's get above him. So I can assassinate him.
You die now. Be wary of troops. Don't fight.
We've got another guy here.
Keep forward! Guard down! Going to suffer!
Okay. He was just a bit slow to attack there, I guess. Anyway, we're in. I'm guessing this is the entrance. Sure does look like it. So it looks like these guys here are going to be Order of the Ancients. Okay, it's plenty bright down here for us. Let's looks like here's a note here or something. Let's have a read of this.
Tools for searching, finely crafted, like we found in the villa. And there is a letter here, arranging payment to a blacksmith.
Okay. Anything behind the walls or anything? Nope, doesn't look like it. Now what we got here?
The compass holds sway over the others. He has ordered the arrow to recruit archers in a market to the west. Worth a visit.
Okay, so it looks like the compass is the main guy then, and it's going to be the arrow and the leech, which are like the underdogs. Okay, good to know. Okay, looks like we need to get behind here. Okay, this looks like it can be moved. Yeah, looks like there's a thing behind it. Let go, please, Evo. Thank you. Slide through. I'm also looking for loot as well as we go, but I'm not really seeing anything. Oh, looks like we can't go down here. Bit of a dead end. Alright, so how do we get in there then? It's gonna be my question because we can't go through that door. And I'm guessing this is the way out. Don't know why you can move that one. There's nothing there. Yeah, that's the way we went in. Guessing we can go through here. Oh, there's a way down right there. I didn't see this when I went through before. Nothing down here. Looks like there's some loot here coming up on our left. Right here. There we go. Looks like it wants us to go up here. Grab some arrows. Cute. Looks like we can go back through there. Alright, what's this?
Messages between the leech and the compass. Healing, gutting. The leech is a strange one, but the compass calls the strikes.
Yep, 100% the, looks like it's the compass is the main guy, a leech and the arrow are the, like sort of the muscle, I guess. Right, what's this here?
I've got enough to go on for now. Erke and Stowe must seal this. I see more bloodshed in London's future. At least soon and we'll feast.
Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and pause and read these, you're more than welcome. It's one of those things I'll probably do when I edit these episodes. Okay, I think this is the way we came in, isn't it? Yep. Yeah, how the hell? Oh, through here. Oh, and it's now daylight. Nice. Now there are some guys up here. Oh, sorry, my voice went really weird then. I think what we'll do is we will report back, and I think that might be an episode right here. Just get out the walls like this. Quick and easy. There we go. To climb walls and everything to get to these guys. Could have probably figured out how to get there by foot normally, but hey, it's Assassin's Creed. We can jump and climb and do whatever else.
It's worth knocking on a few doors, that's all I'm saying.
Trigger wasn't killed because you want to plant a few trees and fix a few roofs in London.
Looks less like a meal for crows in here.
Eivor, you bring good findings, I hope?
A few sheets of vellum, notes between members of a secret society. The Order of the Ancients, they're called.
Order of the Ancients? Doesn't sound any bells in this head. What's the purpose?
That would take some time to explain, but know this, that I am here to kill them. In London, it seems the compass is the head. The arrow and the leech are his hands.
Pet names and secret orders. What a crock. Do we know anything we can act on?
Okay, so the arrow is a Dane, the leech. I think we can go down all of these, I think.
The arrow
Hopefully.
is a Dane who has seen his share of battle. His name suggests that he's an archer.
I bet my knuckles he's the one sowing discord among the Danes that shelter in London.
If it were me, I'd hide among my ranks, surrounded by other fighting men.
The arrow has orders from the compass to recruit soldiers at a market in the west.
I know the very place.
Okay, yeah, it looks like we can go down all of these. So, these two are like the muscle. This guy's the main guy. Anyway, the leech.
The leech has need of flesh. Been looking for thralls, though I can't say why.
We found a number of dead down by the quays lately. But not thralls alone. Some of the missing we find again, in several places. Cut to pieces.
Good lord, Erke.
Alright, and the compass. Who's the leader?
The compass is a mystery. He's mentioned often, but there's little to go on.
Said he was a Frankish captain, did you? To find him, we'd have to mark the ships that came and went along the Thames.
Captains are a transient sort. It may be he's far away, keeping quiet.
That may be, but would he scream if we cut off his hands?
Oh, you've a filthy mind for strategy.
We kill the arrow and the leech, then sit back and wait. Let the compass come to us.
I think the compass is a lot more local than we probably think. It could potentially be one of these boys right here in front of us. Maybe. Hopefully not. They both seem like very nice people, and I hope it isn't one of them. I really do. I have no idea. Obviously we'll figure out when we start getting towards the leech and the arrow. Anyway, let's go.
Let's not waste any more time. We will find the arrow and the leech. Killing both should drag the compass back into port. Stowe, I'll catch you at the Western Market.
Count on it.
And I'll make for the quays. There's another few bodies there to fish out of the muck.
It could be the leech is back at work.
God be with us, friends. Go in his name, and be protected by him.
Alrighty guys, so there we go, we've got multiple quests added. probably more than likely one of them is going to be called the Arrow, the other one's going to be called the Leech. But yeah, London's actually a very nice, pretty place during the daylight, I guess. There we go, we got 6 skill points to use as well. We're getting skill points like it's a bad habit again. Yeah, it looks like we've got 2 here. There's the Leech, there's the Arrow. Let's have a look. Yep, okay, so we've got two quests here in London so far. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do, guys, I'm actually going to end this one here. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this one. If you guys have, hit that like button. If you haven't, there's always that dislike button right next door. If you guys haven't hit subscribe already, hit subscribe. It always helps out the channel, helps the channel grow and all that good stuff. Plus, ring that little bell to be notified when I next upload. But anyway, guys, I'm in this one here. Thank you guys again so much for watching. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.
What the fuck are you doing, Morgan?